Karma Kanda. Number 9, to instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. Number 10, to not have complete faith on the strength of the holy name and to maintain material attachments even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to achieve the desired success, that is Krishna Prema. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. I once again welcome all of you to this Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call. So today we will be moving on to our next session, that is Srimad Bhagavatam. But before moving on to this session, I would like to know who are all on the call today. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Nita Mataji, Danrat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Guru Maharaj ki Jai, Priti Dasi from Charlotte. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Priti Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glory to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call and giving us your association every day. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Guru Maharaj ki Jai. This is Arvind Daksh from Chicago. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Arvind Daksh Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for joining the call and giving us your association. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga and all the assembled devotees. This is Yashamati Priya Devidasi from Chicago.
Hare Krishna, Yashamati Priya Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call and giving us your association. Hope you are now okay, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji, okay, but still coughing little.
Oh, okay. Prayers, Mataji. Anyone else who would like to introduce?
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. My humble obeisance to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Kumari Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call and giving us your association every day. Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna, Anita Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from College Station, Texas. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining us on the call every day and giving us your association. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Anita Ramya Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. This is Harita from Mysore City. Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Harita Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Anyone else who would like to introduce?
Hare Krishna, Anita Ramya Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances to all the assembled devotees. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. This is Sundarangi Radha Devidasi from India. Hare Krishna.
Hare Bol, Sundarangi Radha Mataji. I was waiting for your introduction. When you switched on the video, it was like effulgent, so bright. So, Hare Krishna, Sundarangi Radha Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call and thank you for all your services, Mataji. Hare Bol, Hare Krishna. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna, Anita Ramya Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Shama Gauri Devidasi from Charlotte.
Hare Krishna, Shama Gauri Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. I once again welcome all of you to this Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call. And today we will be moving on to our next session, that is Srimad Bhagavatam, which will be given by His Grace Sukumar Gaur Prabhuji. But before moving on to the session, I would like to hand over call to Sundarangi Radha Mataji to give brief introduction about Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Sundarangi Radha Mataji, over to you.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Today we are so fortunate to have Sukumar Prabhuji on our call today to keep enlighten us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam. Here is a brief introduction about Prabhuji. Prabhuji was born in Maharashtra, India in 1980. Prabhuji brought up in a social background where spirituality was often questioned. Later, he developed a natural taste for inquiry into the mysteries of God's creation. Prabhuji passed College of Engineering, Pune, Mechanical Engineering in 2003. He came in touch with the devotees of International Society of Krishna Consciousness in 2003. He found all his questions answered in the books of Srila Prabhupada. As a student of MBA Finance, he studied Srila Prabhupada books and became a senior practitioner. He joined NCDEX, National Commodities and Derivatives Exchange Mumbai as assistant manager and worked for 3 years. Later, he took on a 2-year brahmachari training course in Sri Radha Gopinath Temple, Mumbai, and was initiated into the Brahma Madhava's Gaudiya Sampradaya by His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj in 2010. He was in the youth preaching department and was in the seva of guiding the youth. He always wanted to share his joy of Krishna consciousness with the youth. So he gave up his job and decided to help the misguided youth by helping them understand the message of Bhagavad Gita. He joined ISKCON Chowpatty as a resident in 2009. Later, he was posted to ISKCON Nasik Temple. He is serving as a youth counselor in various colleges of Nasik. He conducts seminars on personality development topics in educational and corporate sectors. Here was a brief introduction about Prabhuji. Now I will hand over the call to you, Mataji. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Sundarangida Radha Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. Thank you so much, Mataji, for giving that brief introduction about Prabhuji. And dear devotees, I once again welcome all of you to this Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call. So today's class will be given by His Grace Sukumar Gaur Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for coming on the call and giving us your valuable time and association. And today's topic will be from Srimad Bhagavatam, verse 8.1.11. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Over to you.
Hare Krishna. You all can hear me, Mataji?
Yes,
Audible?
Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 8, text, chapter 1, text 11. Yeah. So we'll read the shloka first and then we'll chant the Mangalacharan verses. Yam pashyati na pashyantam chakshur yasya narishyati tam bhut nilayam devam suparnam upadavata. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Although the Supreme Personality of Godhead constantly watches the activities of the world, no one sees Him. However, one should not think that because no one sees Him, He does not see, for His power to see is never diminished. Therefore, everyone should worship the Super Soul who always stays with the individual soul as a friend. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Offering prayers to Krishna, Srimati Kunti Devi, the mother of Pandava, said, Alaksham Sarva Bhutanam Antar Bahir Avastitam. Krishna, you reside both inside and outside of everything. Yet the unintelligent conditioned souls cannot see you. In Bhagavad Gita, it is said that one can see the Supreme Personality of Godhead through Jnana Chakshushaha, eyes of knowledge. He who opens the eyes of knowledge is called spiritual master. Thus we offer our prayers to the spiritual master with the shloka Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. I offer my respectful obeisances unto my spiritual master who with the torchlight of knowledge has opened my eyes which were blinded with the darkness of ignorance. Gautamiya Tantra. The Guru's task is to open the disciples' eyes of knowledge. When the disciple is awakened from ignorance to knowledge, he can see the Supreme Personality of Godhead everywhere because the Lord actually is everywhere. Andantarastha Paramanuchayantarastham. The Lord resides within this universe. He resides within the heart of all living entities and He resides even within the atom. Because we lack perfect knowledge, we cannot see God. But a little deliberation can help us to see God everywhere. This requires training. With a little deliberation, even the most degraded person can perceive the presence of God. If we take into account whose property is the vast ocean, whose property is the vast land, how the sky exists, how the numberless millions of stars and planets are set in the sky, who has made this universe and whose property is it, we should certainly come to conclusion that there is a proprietor of everything. We can claim proprietorship over certain piece of land, whether individually or our families or nation. We should also consider how we became the proprietors. The land was there before our birth, before we came to the land. How did it become our property? Such deliberation will help us understand that there is a supreme proprietor of everything, the supreme personality of Godhead. The supreme personality of Godhead is always awake. In the conditioned stage, we forget things because we change our bodies. But because the supreme personality of Godhead does not change his body, he remembers the past, present, and future. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Imam Vivasvate Yogam Proktavan Aham Apayam. I spoke the science of God, Bhagavad Gita, to Sun God at least 40 million years ago. When Arjuna inquired from Krishna how he could remember incident that had taken place so long ago, the Lord answered that Arjuna was also present at that time. Because Arjuna is Krishna's friend, wherever Krishna goes, Arjuna goes. But the difference is that Krishna remembers everything, whereas the living entity like Arjuna, being a minute particle of the Supreme Lord, forgets. Therefore, it is said, the Lord's vigilance is never diminished. This is also confirmed in Bhagavad Gita, Sarvasya Chaham Hridisannivishto Matta Smritir Jnanam Apohanam Ch. The Supreme Personality of Godhead in his Paramatma feature is always present within the heart of all living entities, and from him comes memory, knowledge, and forgetfulness. This is also indicated in this verse by the word Suparanam, which means friend. In Shweta Shatar Upanishad, it is said, Dvau Suparno Suyuja Shakhaya Samanam Vriksham Parishashvajate. The two birds are sitting on the same tree as friends. One friend is eating the fruit of the tree while the other is simply observing. Though this observing bird is always present as a friend to the eating bird and gives him remembrance of things he wanted to do. Thus, if we take into account Supreme Personality of Godhead in our daily affairs, we can see him or at least perceive his presence everywhere. The word Chakshuryasya Narishyati means that although we cannot see him, this does not mean that he cannot see us, nor does he die when the cosmic manifestation is annihilated. The example is given in connection that the sunshine is present when the sun is present, but when the sun is not present or when we cannot see the sun, this doesn't mean that the sun is lost. The sun is there, but we cannot see it. Similarly, although we cannot see the Supreme Personality of Godhead in our present darkness, our lack of knowledge, he is always present. Seeing our activities as the Paramatma, he is the witness, the advisor, Upadrishta, Anuvanta. Therefore, by following the instructions of spiritual master and studying authorized literatures, one can understand that God is present before us, seeing everything, although we have no eyes with which to see him. ओमज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोविष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुर्वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं सागरजातं सगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिय वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavan. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram. Hare Krishna. We welcome all the devotees for this Srimad Bhagavatam class. So grateful to all of you for allowing me to make a presentation on Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 8, Chapter 1, Text number 11. A very beautiful and elaborate purport given by Srila Prabhupada on this very beautiful shloka. Has a lot of things to tell us about the various aspects of the Supreme Lord Shri Krishna. So here we see Yam Pashyati na Pashyantam. He can see us, but we can't see him. Chakshuryasya na Rishyati. His vision never diminishes. Just because he is seeing for all time doesn't mean that his vision is now blurred or not. He's not competent to see. Tam Bhuta Nilaya. Bhuta Nilaya means he is the original source of all living entities. Devam, he is the supreme person. Suparna, he is the best friend of all the living entities. And hence, because of the three qualities, Devam, Bhuta Nilaya, and Suparnam. He is the supreme lord, he is the creator of all the jivas, and he is the best friend of the jivas. Upadhavata, and that is why he should be worshipped, or everyone should worship him. That is what is given in this beautiful purport by Srila Prabhupada. Now, if we check the flow of this purport, we will find that Prabhupada has given a very beautiful flow covering the topic of seeing the unseen. We cannot see the Lord doesn't mean that the Lord doesn't exist. Why? Because ignorance, we don't have perfect knowledge. But then how do we get that knowledge? It can be gained by little deliberation, and after that deliberation, we can perceive the Supreme Lord and His presence in this creation. But this requires, Prabhupada writes in this purport, Prabhupada writes that we need some training, and that training has to be given to us by a person called as Guru, a Tattvadarshi, who has seen the truth, and which is based on Shastra Dhyan, the study of the scriptures. Then it becomes easy for us to understand that Krishna is present everywhere in all time, space, and circumstances, and is seeing everything, every one of us. So let me share one small story with all of you. I heard this long back, but it has a very beautiful message. In Maharashtra, here in India, we have on the Ashadi Ekadashi, we have a lot of millions of devotees go to Pandharpur to have darshan of Lord Vittal, who is none other than Dwarikadish Krishna. He has come in Maharashtra from Gujarat, Dwarka, when he had fight with his wife Rukmini Devi. And this is a place on Ashadi Ekadashi, it is said that Lord takes the form of Gokuleshwar Krishna. He becomes the same Vrindavan Krishna, even though he has come from Dwarka, but he takes the form of Gokul Krishna. And that is why there is huge rush to see the Supreme Lord. So once what happened, millions of people go and visit. So on the way back, there are people who were interviewing all the devotees who went so far. There are devotees who travel for 20 days, some for 30 days, and they keep walking every day 25 kilometers, and then they reach this place called Pandharpur. And Pandharpur has its mention in various Puranas as well. So one press reporter, he asked one old man who was coming back after his visit to Pandharpur. So the reporter, news reporter, was asking this old man who was around 80 years of age. He said, "Did you went to Pandharpur?" He said, "Yes, I visited Pandharpur and had darshan of Lord Vittal." So he said, "Did you see Lord Vittal?" He said, "Yes, I went to the temple and I saw." No, no. He said, "Did you actually see Lord Vittal face to face?" Then the press reporter was trying to corner this old devotee. And he could understand because he's a senior person. He has seen life. He has met many people and he knows how to deal with whom. Then this person, this devotee who is 80 years old, he said that yes, I have been going for this visit when I was from 8 years old. So almost more than 72 years he has been going to and fro to Pandharpur. So when he said that yes, I started visiting Pandharpur when I was 8 years old. So he said it's 72 years and you still didn't see Lord Vitthal. So this old devotee feels bit cornered and he says, okay, I'll tell you something. So he asks the press reporter, do you have you seen dogs? He says, yes. So he says, do you have a farm in your village side? Yes. He says, my uncle has a huge farm, around 20 acres, 30 acres farm. He says, wow, that's nice. So how do you protect such a big area of land? He says, we have dogs which protect the land. He says, wow, that's very nice. So he says, we also have a huge farm and we have dogs which protect this land as well. So the press reporter is amazed. My question is something different. You are quoting something different. He says, no, let me complete my point. And this Warkari, he says that once what happened, that we had a very good crop in last few years. And some people wanted to burn down the crop because we had a very good crop and they had some issues with us. And so they wanted that we suffer huge losses. And they tried to burn the crop that year. But fortunately, what happened was when these 3, 4 people who came to set fire to the farmland, one of our dogs, he saw them. Okay, now we all were sleeping peacefully, entire family was sleeping peacefully. And this farm, which they were supposed to burn, was quite a distance from the place where they were living. And the place where they had their farm, in between other people also had their farms, and then they had the place of the residence. So when these people came, one of the dogs saw them with all the things that they had brought to burn down the farm. And as soon as he saw, immediately he understood that there is something wrong. These people don't have a good intention. And he started barking loudly. And as soon as he started barking loudly, now he is the only one. This dog is the only one who has seen this people, the mob of people or the thieves who had come to destroy the farm or steal whatever they wanted to do with the crop. That the dog was the only one. Now, as soon as he started barking, this sound reached the dogs who were in the nearby farm. And he was shouting in his own language, this dog, that there are thieves, there are thieves, there are thieves. And immediately the other dogs carry this message and they start barking. And the dogs near their land, they start getting the message, there are thieves, there are thieves. And this passes on, this message is passing on to quite a distance. But in this event, only one person has seen the thieves. All other dogs are just repeating, there is thieves, get alert. There is the thief, get alert. Similarly, when we want to see God, there are only few people who will be able to see them. Just like this one dog who saw the thieves, he is the Tattvadarshi, he has seen the reality. And he passes on the reality by his verbal communication that, yes, I have seen God, yes, I have seen God, I did this and I could see God, I did this and I could see God. And this message is passed down, and anybody who repeats the same procedure, he'll also be able to see God someday. So, in this shloka, where we see where Swayambhu Manu, who is such a great personality in himself, who is son of Lord Brahma, he is sharing his realizations about Lord Krishna, the creation, the material world, how it works, what is the role of Krishna, how it has been created by Lord Krishna. He is sharing his realizations from all these shlokas. Till shloka number 18, he'll be sharing his realization. But the point here is, has he got this realization so easily? Just like when the message was passed on by the first dog, who was the Tattvadarshi, he saw. But the others hadn't seen. They had to work Either they have to reach to the place and then go and watch and run there. They have to do their part and then they can see the thieves. Similarly, for Swayambhu Manu, seeing the Lord wasn't easy. This realization of the complete understanding of Krishna wasn't that easy, even though he was son of Lord Brahma. He was a Manas Putra. He has a great lineage. But even after great lineage, after great parentage, after great position, he still has to put efforts to reach to the same conclusion to as what his father Brahmaji has reached. And that is why in shloka number 7 we see Shukdev Goswami describes the renunciation, that in spite of he being such a great Manu, he is not a king, he is Manu, he is the progenitor in this entire process. He has a huge rank, he has huge responsibility, he has huge resources. The entire planet is at his disposal. But still, even after having so much of resources, he is called as Virakta, Kama Bhogeshu. He is completely detached from all the sense enjoyment process. As soon as he completed his duties in the stipulated time, he immediately left for the forest to complete his spiritual duties to seek this realization about the Supreme Lord. Now, you may say, he is the king, so he must have desire to enjoy this world. Let's take one example. This Prabhupada quotes this in Srimad Bhagavatam, canto number 3. So we all know Swayambhu Manu has two sons, Uttanapad and Priyavrat Maharaj. When Uttanapad Maharaj's lineage was no more functional, so there was a need of king to rule this earth, a qualified king. And Uttanapad had a brother who was still alive. He was Priyavrat Maharaj. We all know this. But Priyavrat Maharaj was not ready to come back. And that is where Swayambhu Manu had to face this challenge of getting him back from the close proximity of such a great sage Narad Muni. Because it was an emergency, there was no king to rule. And Swayambhu Manu, he had an official chance. He could have told that, okay, my son has gone for practicing, for achieving higher goals. There is no more king. So I have to be the king again. And then I would like to rule this planet again for till the time I have somebody else to take on the position. He had all the facilities and it was very official for him. And he would have easily said, okay, let me again become the king and rule my citizen. That would have been absolutely fine. But it says, no, I have nothing to do with becoming a king again. He just wanted to avoid anything that brings hindrance in his spiritual progress. So he didn't become the king. He wanted at all costs to avoid the contamination of material attachment. Why? Because it keeps the jiva continuously burning with more and more and more and more desires. One desire is fulfilled, immediately other will arise. When second is fulfilled, third will arise. And it's not that one after a time it comes. There are thousands and thousands of desires that spring up at a given point of time. I want to do this. I want to achieve this. I want to have this. I want to be this. Continuous burning in the fire of material existence. And that time he could have easily become hopeless that, oh, I have to become the king now. But he made it sure that he will find somebody who is an qualified person to rule the earth. So he goes back to convince Priyavrat Maharaj. And when he sees that Priyavrat Maharaj is in no mood to hear to him, he calls his father Brahmaji. And when Brahmaji comes and makes the entire picture very clear, that is where Priyavrat Maharaj gets ready. So this is his qualification. He is so focused. He knows what to do and when to do and how to do. And not only that, he is so qualified that he is the first Manu. So Lord, when he comes as a Shwet Varaha, he lifted the entire earth and placed it back in the orbit. We know there are two Varaha, Shweta and Rakta Varaha. So in Swayambhu Manu's time, there is Shwet Varaha who just does one work. That is, he lifts the earth and places it back. In the sixth Manvantara, Chakshusha Manvantara, there is Raktavara and killing of Hiranyaksha. Okay, so this has to be understood. So he is the one for whom the Lord is so pleased because he heard. Now, this is the time we are speaking when at the start of the creation. Now he's the king, he's the actual king there. Just because Brahmaji wanted that his son should assist him in his service to Lord Krishna, Swayambhu Manu said, okay, I'll do whatever you say, but for that I need a place so that I can start procreating and developing the community. And the earth was underwater. So just because he followed the orders of his guru, Brahmaji, his father Brahmaji, the Lord was so pleased by his service attitude that the Lord personally came to help him in his service of creation. Why? Only one thing. He followed the orders of his guru, Brahmaji, father, Brahma. So once we have the blessings of our guru, the Lord will himself come to guide us. There is no doubt in this. And we can see this from the life of Swayambhu Manu. So this is the seventh shloka describing his renunciation, his power, his position. Even after that, he has left the world after the given time. Shloka number 8, we see Manu's performed his duties so nicely. He's left for the forest with his wife to perform tapasya for hundreds of years. He's standing on one leg at the river Sunanda. And after performing tapasya for thousands of years, and that is where he gets this realization about the Supreme Lord and his position and the creation that he has initiated. And then after 9th shloka to the 16th shloka, he will share his realization about the Supreme Lord. So in the 9th shloka, he says, Yena chesta yate vishwam. And Prabhupada translates very beautifully. Cheta yate vishwam means Lord created this world of animation. What a word, what a perfection by Prabhupada. And this is actually nothing but an world of animation. We are nothing but animated beings. We know animation, what that animation is. Something that is not real feels real. And that is what we call as Maya. Just like in an animation movie, we get so absorbed into the movie that we start feeling it's so real. That's what exactly is happening. This entire body is nothing but an animated thing. Just like in robot, it is programmed under certain things, under certain programming, and it starts functioning. Similarly, this material world is nothing but the world of animation. We are all animate things here. We take this world of animation so really that just for some name, fame, position, somebody said me something, somebody did this to me, somebody did that to me, and he didn't listen to me, and my children are not listening, my husband, my wife, my relative, my boss, my peers, and my colleagues. This is world of animation. Something that is not real is made to look real. This is what is called as Maya. Look at how badly we are stuck here. How badly we are stuck here. Look how powerful this illusion is. So the point is that the Lord created this material world. And in the 9th shloka, it said that He is there from the start of the creation. But in the start of the creation, only the Lord was there. And after Him, the Jiva came. When the Lord comes in contact with the Prakriti, then the Jivas are transferred into the Prakriti. Prabhupada always gives this example. Child is created by the parent. So before the child is created, he is not there in the picture. Only father and mother is there in the picture. Child hasn't seen his parents. But he is connected to the parents always. Same where we are always connected to the Lord. As He is the one who has created us. Just like the child is covered in the womb. And because of the covering of the womb, he is not able to see his mother or father outside. So that exact covering is called Maya. The Lord's potency. It covers the child. It covers the jiva. Hence he cannot see the Lord who is standing immediately next. The child is in the mother's womb, but still he cannot see. The father is standing next to the mother, but he cannot see because there is a covering. The father is continuously with the mother when the mother is pregnant. And that is where Prabhupada quotes this shloka from prayers of Queen Kunti. Prabhupada writes there, Queen Kunti experienced personally that the Lord was present before her. This is the event when the arrow is shot by Ashwatthama on the womb of Uttara. And Kunti is personally experiencing this. He saw that the Lord is standing before her And he also saw the Lord entering the womb of Uttara when Brahmastra attacked. And seeing this, that the Lord is inside as well as he went inside, she's puzzled that is the Lord all pervasive or is the Lord localized? This is what Prabhupada writes. And that is where Prabhupada writes that in fact, Lord is both. He's all pervasive and he's localized also. Localized as Paramatma, and in outside world he is there always. But Prabhupada makes this very brilliant point. The Lord is always present, but he reserves the right of not being exposed to the person. Why? Because the jiva is not surrendered. Lord reserves that right. He is a person. Let's start considering Krishna as a person. Person means likes, dislikes. When Hiranyaksha is fighting, he shouts, abuses at Lord Vara, and Lord Vara is pained because he is a person. He feels bad when somebody shouts at him. So the Lord reserves the right of not being exposed to the person who are not surrendered. And this covering, which keeps the Lord from being seen, Prabhupada says that is the Maya energy of the Supreme Lord. And it's controlling the limited vision of the rebellion souls. Okay, so what is to be corrected is told here. That rebellious attitude is corrected. Not surrendering to the Lord and his devotees has to be corrected. Then the Lord is seen. It's not a great deal. And then Swayambhu Manu in the 10th shloka, he exact same shloka from Isha Upanishad. The exact same shloka is been quoted here. Only the first line is different, but the meaning is exactly the same. That how the Lord is the supreme proprietor. He owns everything and everyone. And according to the law of karma, he distributes to each and every living entity who has taken body. And one should not rush to steal the allotted share of others. That is the mentality of thief. That has been told in the 10th shloka. And now today's shloka, that is the 11th shloka, where Swayambhu Manu describes the super soul as the seer and as the friend of all the living entities. Now, let's take 3 points and discuss on these 3 points in connection to this shloka number 11. Now, here in the 11th shloka, we see Swayambhu Manu says that the Lord sees everyone, but not everybody is able to see the Lord. He has the power to be present, but at the same time, he has the free will also to be present or not present. And since the Lord is the controller and proprietor of this entire creation, he is supposed to be worshipped. Now, we have to first understand that Swayambhu Manu, why he's saying this, in what mood he's saying, because he understands that as Paramatma, as the localized feature, he has to handle so many things. Of course, each atom is under the control of the Supreme Lord because he is holding that atom. Andantarastha Paramanuchayantarastha, Prabhupada quotes this. So you understand that so much management and administration is going on here. And Manu himself is an administrative head. And what he is speaking here is the realization that he has got after his long term of tapasya. So his realizations hasn't come very easily. It has come after proper execution of his duties for a long time. After that proper execution, there is an exclusive time for tapasya, and that is where he can see all the realities. I would like to highlight one point here. When Lord Chaitanya was about to conclude his pastimes, not conclude, but that was the last phase of his pastimes. We all know this famous event that took place. Advaita Acharya writes a letter to Lord Chaitanya. Okay, now, and in that letter, he says that in the market, nobody needs what you have come to sell because the thing that you have come to sell is now become part of every household. So better you stop selling and you do something else. And after that letter is read by Lord Chaitanya, from that day onwards, the actual Gambhira pastime starts. Now, why all this? Two things are very important for us to understand. For first 18 years, Lord Chaitanya did preaching day in, day out. He's traveling and preaching, converting devotees, new devotees, bringing them, rising them, cultivating them. 6 Goswamis are made devotees, are sent here and there and do this and do that. An entire nation, we see that there are preaching movements going on everywhere. Immediately after this letter, the entire preaching movement stops down and the Gambhira pastime starts. And we all know Gambhira is such an intense, such a deep pastime, such deep emotions. We can't fathom the depth of those pastimes. So one thing that has to be noted here is, yes, we all are here to preach because that is what our acharyas want us to do. But Lord Chaitanya, through his personal example, he taught you should preach because even Lord Chaitanya wants us to preach with this message that he has got for us. But for the next few last years, what is Lord Chaitanya doing? He's not preaching. He is absorbing himself for what he came to distribute, for what he had already tasted. He went to such great depths of tasting what he had come to give that we can't even imagine the depth of the emotions that he had. We can just hear and at point try and understand something. I remember this point when I was in Chopati temple for my training, and one Sunday morning, His Holiness Devamrit Swami Maharaj came and he was giving Bhagavatam class. And there was this pastime of Gopinath Pattanaik that was going on from Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela. And Maharaj said that this is such an intense pastime, I can't understand it fully, but whatever I've understood, I'll try and share with you some insights, even though I've read Chaitanya Charitamrita for around 100 times. I still remember. I don't exactly remember the number, but it was a big number which we can't imagine. Must be 90 or 100. After reading Chaitanya Charitamrita for 90, 100 times, His Holiness Devarit Maharaj is saying, I can't understand the pastime of Gopinath Pattanaik, whom we so easily quote here and there. It's not about hearing or it's not about reading. It's about the realization that comes. Swayambhu Manu is getting this realization after such a long time. He has done his duties. After the duties, he has done his tapasya. And after that tapasya, he is doing this. Lord Chaitanya preached. And after that, he went deeper and deeper and deeper in the chanting of the holy names, in the recitation of the Srimad Bhagavatam, in association of the devotees, in the mood of the gopis, in the mood of the Vrajvasis. And that is where the Gambhira pastime is nothing but an ocean of nectar. But that doesn't come so easy. So realizations have come after a lifelong experience. Swayambhu Manu has got this after such a huge time. We may or may not be able to relate with his experiences. That's okay. Just like he's saying, Lord is seeing us, we cannot see the Lord, Lord is not drinking his eye, Lord is present we can't relate because we are not on that level. But we will come. We should have this hope that we will come to this level at some point when we have done with all our things. Just like here, realization has come to him after a long time of service. Being a Manu is not about kingship, is not about sensual pleasures, is not about power and prestige. He did that as a service to his own father, Brahma. So for him, the realizations didn't come so cheap. He had done all his services with great sincerity. His heart purified, and with that purified heart, he went to a deeper level of sadhana, exclusive sadhana. So we have to understand what sadhana we are doing along with preaching may or may not carry that power. We will have to spend extra time on deeper sadhana. And then we will get that realization which gives us so much confidence that yes, Krishna is there. I don't need anything else now. But rather, when we read these pastimes, we feel it boring or rather not exciting. Because why we have to work so hard to get this realization? But on the contrary, we should be more excited. But just because we don't relate to this, we are not excited about, oh, what's great realization is this? He got it because he was into tapasya. That is where he got the realization. Now, what's the tapasya for us? What's the tapasya for us? Prabhupada writes, the purport is so powerfully, it is so power packed. Understand this one purport and we are sorted. That is what is Prabhupada given in this purport. Just understand this one purport. What is tapasya for us? I'll tell you one story. Once a cow was grazing alone in the forest and she left the mob with which she had come in the forest. And we know that anybody who is alone tends to get stuck up somewhere. So when she was grazing alone on the green grass, a lion saw her. And after some time, she could understand that the lion is watching. So she immediately starts running, and the lion starts following, chasing her. And she's running, lion behind her, chasing, running behind. And she is so fearful that she can be killed at any given point now. Because the lion is really hungry. He just wants to eat her now. But what happens when after some time in her panic state, she doesn't realize and she enters a swampy land. It's a marshy land. And she moves so fast, but after a time that land is so marshy that she gets stuck. And even the land doesn't realize that this is a marshy land. He also gets stuck. Both are stuck in the mud. Now, when both are stuck in the mud, now the cow is very fearful. But now she understands when I can't move, how can he move? So she looks behind, and this lion is at a very short distance from there. And after a while, she understands that he also can't move, and she also can't move. So after a while, now both are settled because they understand that can't move. So she is also relieved of her fear, and he says, "What the hell? I got stuck up. I could have eaten her by now." So now the cow sees that the sun has started setting. And that is the time when the cow asks the lion, "Do you have somebody to take care of you?" So the lion shouts very loudly. She says, "Nonsense, I am the king of this forest, you know. I don't need any caretaker. I am my own caretaker. Nobody is there. I am the king." And when the cow hears this, she starts laughing and she slaps the lion. The lion says, "Come on, I am the king. You can't slap me like this." So the cow says, "Look behind." And there he sees a person who is standing there with a stick and rope in his hand. And the lion asks, "Who is this person?" He says, "He is my caretaker." So now the lion says, "What he will do?" He says, "He will remove me from here and take me home. But since you have no caretaker, you will die in this marshy land." And the caretaker comes, he throws the rope in her neck, and he pulls her and tells her, "You push from inside, I'll push you from outside." And there is a coordination between these cow and the cow's caretaker. So she's pushing her body outside and he's pulling from outside. And at one point, she's pushing and he's pulling, and there is one jerk and she's out of the marshy land and she's out for all times. This is what exactly happens. What is the tapasya that we have to do? Some efforts we put of getting out, and some efforts Guru puts to push us out. That's it. The coordination between the sadhaka and the guru is the success formula to get out of Maya. You apply some force, he will apply some force, and you are out of this entire game. Like once I heard this pastime from disciples of His Holiness Jayapatak Swami Maharaj. There was one lady disciple in Mayapur, and she went to meet Maharaj and give reports of all the preaching work that she was doing. And Maharaj was hearing. And she told Maharaj that I am serving in whatever way I can. Maharaj was really happy. And she told Maharaj that please pray for me so that I can stay protected. And Maharaj immediately became very serious. Maharaj said, "If you want me to protect yourself, do what I am telling you to do." And she was shocked. "Maharaj, I am doing everything that you are telling." Maharaj said, "You have applied tilak only on forehead. To keep the body protected, you have to apply on 12 places. If you apply only on one place, how will I protect you? So if you want me to protect, do what I tell completely. Help me protect you." So the point is, we also have to apply our own strength by following what our guru has told. Because Guru is directly connected to Krishna. Guru pulling means Krishna is pulling you out with his strength. So seeing Krishna is possible by proper deliberation, by proper training. That is what Prabhupada's words are in the purport. Deliberation and training. Just like if the word here is given Pashyati, Lord sees. Na Pashyantam, but no one can see him. Now, at times, there are people who say that what is this? At least when we have left his spiritual world, he should allow us to roam freely. His Pashyati is seeing every time. At least give us our own space. What is this vigilance every time? As Paramatma, his eyes are open and he's continuously watching the Jiva. Let's take some examples to understand this point. See, just like we have a CCTV at places, different places, you cannot see the CCTV, but the CCTV can see. So anybody who is feeling that he can cheat the Lord himself get cheated. Just like you are caught under the observation of the CCTV. So forget about the Lord if the Lord is not watching. But there is one thing that is absorbing everything, and that is the mind. If you don't follow the principle of being inside out sane, forget the laws of karma, your mind will cheat you very badly. Serious cheating will be done by your mind. And the graphic example of this is our Dhritarashtra. During Draupadi's Vastrahara, he showed that he is so compassionate to her and he's so careful of the Pandavas and he doesn't want to hurt them and he's giving charity after charity. You take this benediction, you take this blessing, you do this, you do this. Inside out, he was not same. But at one point of time, 1.1 Bhagavad Gita, what is he saying? Mamaka Pandavascheva. Whatever affection he was showing there for his nephews was all lost because it was not there. And through his words, the entire world came to know how duffer this person is. He's speaking one thing, but inside he's all having all negative thoughts about his own nephews. Forget the Lord. The mind will not leave you if you are not inside out one. So rather than the Lord being vigilant, we ourselves have to be vigilant. What we are seeing, what we are hearing, what we are doing, where we are sitting, what we are eating. Otherwise, the mind is a greater cheat. Mind won't leave us because he is also watching and he is also recording. And under his influence, we start acting. So if somebody says that the Lord is interfering with our lives, yeah, he is watching, no doubt about that. But that is vigilance. Why? It is not negative. The Lord loves me so much that he doesn't want to leave me alone. It is out of his love, like a mother when she is in the kitchen. One ear is in the kitchen, one ear is to the child in the next room. Immediately, if she doesn't hear the sound of the child for a few seconds, she's out of kitchen to find where the child is gone. Paramatma is exactly like the mother. He's not there for forceful things. No. Mother always keeps the child under observation. Why? Because he shouldn't hurt himself. That's the entire agenda of the Paramatma thing. Just like the mother is more concerned about the safety. CCTVs in your camera, in your house are meant for what? To see what you are doing. No, somebody else shouldn't enter your house. If somebody is found entering, then immediately there is an alarm set up. So the Lord is there as an alarm system to alert us. Just like 11th canto, there is a beautiful shloka 7.18, 11.7.18. Tasmat bhavantam anavadyananta param. Swajnanam Ishwar Makunta Vikunta Tishnam Nirvinnadi Aham. So when the jiva is feeling so weary and tormented and distressed, that is where he is trying to find that shelter. He comes to this, he wants to surrender to the Lord because why? You are the perfect master. You are the perfect observer. You can give me perfect guidance. Why? Because you are all knowing, you are unlimited. Various adjectives are given here for the Lord. Narayanam Narasakham Sharanam Prapatti. I want to surrender to that Lord who is the Narasakha, who is the best friend of all living entities. And the living entity, when he is in the material world, he carries a dark side and he carries a good side also. He's the one who knows our dark side. He knows where our dark side can harm us. And he wants to protect us from our dark side. That is why he's there. That is his speciality. But there are some people who says we don't want his interference, so the Lord covers their intelligence, so they cannot see him. But even if now the devotees feel that it's uncomfortable because I have so many negative things in me. The Lord is absolutely okay. Is absolutely okay. I'll give you examples. One of the names of the Lord is Adosha Darshi. He cannot see faults. He has no tendency to find faults. And that is the excellent of the most excellent tendencies that the conditioned soul has. The first tendency he has is to find faults. And that is why first Namaparad is what? Don't find faults in devotees. The Lord is Adosha Darshi. He sees faults as something, he closes his eyes. Ajamil. What Ajamil did? Read sixth canto. Entire life is nothing but all scrap. And read Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentary. Every time, this is Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, right? Every time when he chanted Narayan, 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 Lord used to hear it with such love and affection. There in Vaikunta. This is there, you read it. Why is Adosha Darshi? He understood this guy for some time he will be bad, but after some time he'll come back again. He was only focusing on what? He was only focusing on hearing Ajamil's Narayana. He's chanting my name, chanting my name. He's getting happy. And there is one time where he is about to fall from his chair, hearing his own name. Oh, see, he's chanting my name. But he's doing all scrap. He says, that is not my problem. That is not his problem. We'll see later. He's chanting my names. And the last name when he chants Narayan, and that is the place where the Yamadutas come. Lord, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is writing, the Lord tells his Vishnu Dutas immediately run before they reach and get this guy back. These are the words of Lord Narayan. Now tell me, where is he finding faults? We give this example, Jagannath and Ranganath. When devotees does good, he opens his eyes, and when he does wrong, he closes. This is for what? Time pass? This is some metaphor that we give to the Lord. Do we have faith in this Jagannath and Ranganath thing? We don't. That's the point. So, yes, let the Lord stare because there is something good. There is something good for us. Yes, it makes me uncomfortable, but that's okay. I'm dirty, that's okay. And if I accept that's good for me, it's not humility. People say no, it's not humility, it's reality. I'm dirty, it's reality, it's not humility. To accept a thing, a cloth as dirt is not some great thing. It's the reality that is it's dirty. You have to clean it. So when I feel bad going before the Lord, I have to clean myself. That's all we have to do. So the Lord looking at me, staring at me is a good thing. It shouldn't make me uncomfortable. I tell you one story from Ramayana. When Hanumanji, after the coronation of Lord Ram, when Lord Ram comes from Lanka and Lord is coronated, then Hanumanji stays in Ayodhya and rest all are sent back. So everybody is complaining. Lord Ram kept Hanuman at Ayodhya and sent everybody home. So this complaint comes to Lord Ram, and that is where Lord Ram tells that this guy has no house of his own. Where will he stay? He considers me as his master, so I have to look after him. So I kept him with me. You have your home. You said you have your family. You don't need me. You go back to your house. So Hanumanji is staying in Ayodhya. Now when Hanumanji is staying there, one day Mother Sita notices something. Even Hanumanji notices this. Hanumanji is feeling that somebody is staring at him continuously, and it makes us uncomfortable when somebody is continuously staring at us. And Hanumanji sees that it is Lord Ram who is staring at him. And as soon as Hanumanji sees to Lord Ram sees to Mother Sita. And this is happening many times. And Mother Sita notices this again and again. So one day Mother Sita says, I have to ask why he's doing like this. When he's continuously staring at Hanuman and when Hanuman looks back, he shifts his eyes. So one day Mother Sita asks Lord Ram, why you are doing this? Lord Ram says that she has done so much for me. And when I see him, I feel like he's my child. He's my son. So I keep staring at him, just like a father stares at his son. So I stare at him. She says, it's okay. But when he sees to you, why do you look to me? She says, then Lord Ram says, I feel very bad. He says, what? For what? Because he has done so much for me, that I can never pay Hanuman's debt. I feel very bad about that. And that is why when he sees to me, I turn my head away, I face away. So Mother Sita tells, if you feel so bad, then tell him. How can I tell him that I can't repay your debt? Then Mother Sita tells Lord Ram, okay, you write on a paper and give him. Lord Ram says, yeah, this looks good. So he writes to Hanumanji, my dear son, I am so indebted to you. I can never repay you for what you have done for me. I am ever grateful to you. And Hanumanji reads this. And in that letter, Lord Ram has written, I made Sugriv the king of, I gave position of king to Sugriv. I gave position of king to uh, um, Guha. I made him the king there. And I made Ravan's brothers also the king of Lanka. But to you, I couldn't give. I gave them the post of king. I gave them Pad. Pad, it is called Pad. Pad is position of a king. Hanumanji, when he reads this letter, he replies to Lord Ram that, my dear Lord, no, you're partial. You're very partial to your devotees. I know this. I can understand. I'll tell you why. Lord is amazed. How can I be partial? He says, no. To Sugriv, you give one kingdom, one post as a king. To Vibhishan, you give one post as a king. One pad you give. But Lord, you have given me two posts. You have given me two pad. And immediately Hanumanji falls at the feet of Lord Ram, holding both his feet. He said, you gave them one post, one pad, you gave me two pad. Pad is post, and pad is also feet, the place of the feet. So he said, you gave them one, but me, seeing me alone, you have given me two. So Hanumanji was so happy that the Lord is staring at him. So just like the Lord sees us, we should also be eager to see the Archa Vigraha form of the Lord. Just like we have Srila Prabhupada's disciple, Her Grace Ladini Mataji, when she was in New Vrindavan, we have read her book, right? She used to stare at Jagannath ji for hours together, just standing and chanting and watching Lord Jagannath. So the devotees there started seeing that she has become like Jagannath. Her face had become round like Jagannath. So devotees were saying she looks like Jagannath. Because why? Because she's constantly having darshan. So yes, it is good. The Lord is watching. Lord is kept us under his vigilance like a mother. So Lord's watching doesn't interfere with our actions. It's rather helpful to focus on what is right and what is wrong. Lord doesn't want to disturb us. As Paramatma, he keeps sending various types of help. He remembers whatever little we have done. For Gajendra, he reminded him from his past life, the mantra. How? As Paramatma, Ajamil had done so much service. So when the Brahmana comes at Ajamil's house, who inspired the Brahmana to name his Ajamil's son as Narayan, the Paramatma? Prahlad Maharaj is seeing Lord Krishna, Lord Vishnu everywhere. Wow! He could see Lord coming, he could see Lord going. When he saw the Lord coming, he was happy and jumping, and when the Lord went, he was crying. How? Who allowed him to perceive the Lord personally? It is a Paramatma. And Lord has been always very sensitive in dealing with the Paramatmas. Always very sensitive. Lord is just patiently waiting for us to connect. Come back to me, come back. Krishna is very gentle. Lord waited for Sugriv to connect. 4 months, Lord waited for him. Lord waited for Sugriv to trust him. He gave the test. The Supreme Lord is ready to give a test to show his supremacy. To whom? To Sugriv. Because he has no faith on Lord Ram. He said, this 7 sal trees, Vali used to hold with one hand and every leaf used to fall. Can you do this? Lord did it. He showed it. I can do this. I can kill him. Not a great thing. And Krishna doesn't make fuss about all this. Hey, you committed a mistake. Hey, you committed a mistake. And every time he's not pointing, you are so low, you are so fallen. Brahmaji committed a mistake. Did the Lord go and shout and tell the whole world on the social media? Indra made a mistake. Did Lord say anything? Keshav Kashmiri made a mistake. Did the Lord say anything? Lord is always humble. He says, okay, give him his time, give him his space. It's very natural and normal for anybody to slip away here and make a mistake. Lord is very sensitive. It doesn't hurt, even though he's watching every moment. But for this, we need to train ourselves to see the kindness of the Lord. That Om Ajnana Timirandasya, which Prabhupada is quoting, is for what? We need a guru so that we can be trained. Guru can see Yomam Pashyati Sarvatra Sarvam Chamai Pashyati, but can you see Krishna everywhere and in everything? No. And that is to see the Lord, we need Darshana Shastra. To have the darshan of the Lord, we need Darshana Shastra. We need training in the right perspective because the right training is given in the Darshana Shastra to see the right perspective. Just like if you hold an X-ray, and if you are not trained in seeing an X-ray, even if you hold it upside down, you will feel that this is the right thing. But when the doctor says, "Sir, this is not the right thing. This is how you hold," then you understand. Oh, this is how the X-ray has to be read. Till then, you will only see things as per your own understanding, and that is what Arjuna did in chapter number 1. He felt that war is bad. Krishna said war is not bad. It is utility based. Arjun said killing is bad. He said no, killing is not bad if it is in a neutral mindset. He said, I will be sinful. He said, no, if you don't follow me, then it is sinful. Arjuna was trained for 45 minutes. We may take 45 years to get trained because it is all about the training of our thought process. Just like we see street lights every day, we don't find it much attractive. But when a student goes to an engineering college, he learns how electricity works, and every time he sees a lamp, he's so amazed. My God, this is happening, this is happening. There is a capacitor, there is a light, this is wire, that is wire. Now he doesn't see the light, he sees everything functioning in its own proper way because he has got that knowledge. That knowledge has opened his eyes to different things. He has become conscious of the objects and its presence. So when we hear Srimad Bhagavat daily, we get that knowledge how to see the Lord and how to see the Lord's presence and how to understand what the importance of the Lord's presence in my life. The daily training. Why do we come every day together to hear what? To train ourselves. Rasoham apsu kaunteya. I am the taste of water. Did we ever know this before coming here? Every day we were drinking liters of water, but at least sometimes a day when that thirst is quenched, we feel, wow, Krishna is the taste of water. Now we can understand that Krishna is there in water as well. Before we couldn't see Krishna there because we never heard it that way. We never understood it that way. We never deliberated on that. These are the three things that Prabhupada is writing. How the seasons are changing, how the fruits are growing, how when you drop a seed and it turns into an entire big tree, they should amaze us. Just like the small child is fascinated, he starts learning. He sees the butterfly for the first time, he's running behind the butterfly to catch. He's so happy. Are we fascinated when we get more knowledge about Krishna? Are we more amazed? This amazement, this fascination will give you that gratefulness to Krishna. When we are grateful, we feel excited. I can see Krishna, I can see Krishna. Krishna has done this, Krishna has done that. So what we see and how we see is very important. Consciousness is built by how we see. And what we see will determine the consciousness, whether it is good or bad. Ajamila saw one scene and his consciousness got disturbed. Initially, he was worshipping the Lord daily. After that event, he closed down his altar, threw everything outside. Consciousness changed. Bharat Maharaj could see the Lord everywhere, every time, every moment, crying every moment. One shift, one deer, focus change. He couldn't see the Lord anywhere. In spite of, he used to see the Lord. Later on, could see the deer equally more, or rather more than the Lord. Prahlad Maharaj, he could see the Lord coming, picking, playing with him. This is what is Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur Prabhupada writes in his commentary. But he didn't shift this focus like Ajamil or Bharat Maharaj. So what we have to work is on training how to see the Lord. And that comes by hearing that comes by hearing. What to do when? Anukulyasya sankalpa, pratikulyasya varjanam. That renunciation, giving up of things that are not favorable, the do's and don'ts that help us purify our consciousness quicker. Otherwise, see devotees every day eating prasad, every day chanting, every day wearing dhoti, kurta, sari, tilak. But you find a range of devotees doing the same activities, same prasad, same mantras, same devotional practices, same Bhagavatam class, same books, same Prabhupada lectures. But look at the variety of consciousness. Why so much difference? Because the development of vision is not taking place in some and it is taking place in some. Yes, like this famous thing Prabhupada used to quote always, Archa Vishnu Shiladi, Guru Shunarmati, Vaishnava Jati Buddhi. Don't see the deity as stone, Guru as an ordinary person, Vaishnava based on his caste and creed. Vishnu Vaishnavam Kalimala Mathane Pade Tirthe Ambu, water washed the Lord, lotus feet of the Lord, or Ganga as an ordinary water. Vishnu Namani Mantra Sakala Shabda Samanya Buddhi, chanting while chanting the names of Lord Vishnu or Krishna, you feel that is an ordinary syllable just because it is given in the books. I am chanting. That has to be developed. That thought process has to be developed. Our process is Kevala Ananda Kanda. But do we feel that enthusiasm every day? No. Because our knowledge, our uh, vision is not developed, where we can see Krishna's greatness and sweetness everywhere. Once we have developed that knowledge and understanding, then we can see Suparanam, the Lord, as our ever elvisher, ever loyal and faithful companion. And then Upadhavat, then we will worship him every time, place, and circumstances. Then you see the enthusiasm level. You will never feel, will never feel bored of chanting and coming together and hearing about Krishna. So when we hear this from Swayambhuva Manu, uh, let's not feel low in confidence that he got it, we haven't. It took him a lifetime of service, following his guru, and that is where he could perceive Krishna. So that is also possible for us. Let's not feel sad that I am not on that level. Let's appreciate all those who are on that level, and in very short period of time, Krishna will also bring us to that level. Thank you all very much. Hare Krishna, Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for such a wonderful class with all your realizations and the stories you narrated. It's very relishing, actually. Every time when you come, you say us nice stories. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for this. Dear devotees, any questions or realizations? Please go ahead. Hare Krishna, any realization or questions? I had a question, Prabhuji. I just wondered, like, where you get all these stories and all. Very nicely means like it's very easy to relate to the context also. So starting from this the dog thing you said, right? One dog says, but it's repeated by the other dog. So that was really very helpful to understand that yes, we need the mercy of the Guru where he takes us to this path. So thank you so much for that. And one more thing I was thinking, like, I forgot. Maybe if I get, I will text you. So let's see in chat. Okay, so we just have chat message from Vasundhara Mataji saying that amazing insights and analogies. Grateful to you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Vasundhara Mataji, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat pranams to you. Just amazing, Prabhuji. My God, you're just like you're able to correlate and you synced up with the beautiful examples. When you were talking about those dogs and the thieves, I was not able to catch up. Till the time you went on to say the next dog in the other form, that they got the message and then they went, oh my God. So nice, so beautiful analogy, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I just had a question. During the Ajamila pastime, you mentioned two names, Jagannath and Ranganath. I'm sorry, I was not able to relate which pastime were you referring, Prabhuji. Would you mind relating that pastime?
No, I during the Ajamila's pastime, I was saying that Lord is Adoshadarshi. He doesn't see to the faults of his devotees,
Yes, that
and
is,
for
I
this,
understood. You
yeah,
mentioned
for
Ranganath
that
and Jagannath.
yes, I'll tell that.
Ah,
I said that usually we all quote this things that when the devotee commits a mistake, Lord becomes Ranganath. He closes his eyes. And when the devotee
oh,
does
okay.
even a small good thing, he becomes Jagannath. He opens his eyes
Oh
and he
my
closes.
goodness, so beautiful again. What do you call insightful way of presenting it, Prabhuji? Beautiful. I like your katha, the way you present. And as Mataji said, yes, simple stories, but there is a deep insight relating to a siddhanta, tattva, a practice. Beautiful takeaways, Prabhuji. Grateful to you, Hare
Thank you.
Krishna.
Thank
Thank you, Mataji. Yes, I also remember like people even generally means like normal outside people also they will say that Lord Venkateshwara is always closed his eyes because he don't want to see the faults of the devotees.
you.
And Lord Jagannath is wide open his eyes because he wants to give his mercy to the devotees.
Right.
So, and yeah, next we have Anuradha Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam, all goes to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, as everybody is saying. It's an amazing class with all the analogies that you bring, Prabhu. When you were saying that, how the temporary nature of this world, even after coming to Bhakti for a few years, hearing how temporary it is, even then when we go through situations, even with devotees, like, both of us might be will be knowing that it is temporary. Still, at least talking for myself, get into this, it feels bad, get through hurt and what not. How do I save myself, and how do I remember at that moment? I mean, I do try to remember temporary. Prabhupada's lecture, especially how often he says it's temporary. But then, on practical side, how do we actually apply that in our life, Prabhu?
Yes. Practical side, there is only one thing that comes to our rescue at this point is uh, see, we are not saying that there won't be clashes, there won't be difference of opinion in a devotee community or in a family. They are the part of the life there. It makes things more lively. Only thing is, when we take it to a personal level, then things become very difficult to deal with. So for that thing, we have only one solution, or I what I prefer to be the better and best solution is, uh, for me, what is required is the rasa factor. If I am uh, really enjoying my devotional practices, if I'm getting very well nourished in my devotional by my devotional practices, if I love doing what I do in my devotional practices, that gives me immense strength. Two ways I'll tell. Uh, Either you will feel that this is very petty for what has happened, because rasa has that power to make things very small and petty. In case if you feel that no, I have to express myself, and even if you express in not a very good way, I can assure you, if you have tasted something, if you have been nourished by katha or kirtan, even if you express in a very different way, very soon when you settle down, when the anger settles down, or when the opinion gush settles down, you immediately will come to an understanding that that was not a proper way of behavior, and you will start getting inputs from within, where you can start developing a new methodology to deal with the upcoming events that may take place in life. So yes, this will be a continuous process. We never say that once you become a devotee, you read sixth chapter of Bhagavad Gita, the yogi has now seen the Paramatma, he has realized the Paramatma. Even after Paramatma realization, Krishna says in the sixth chapter, he has to go through his own struggles. Not from internally, because mind is now completely pure, but the outside world is not on par with him. So that difference will always be there. But his rasa factor, his being in constant touch with the Paramatma, is getting nourished by the Paramatma, makes all those things very petty. Okay, so two things: either it will be very petty, for you will think, what should I respond? I am happy in my own things, because you are very heavily nourished. In case you say something, you will immediately feel bad, and you'll start working so that the next time the response becomes even more blunt, more blunt, more blunt. And there is a time when you will feel, let me not respond, because responding is not at all necessary. Okay.
Thank you, Prabhu. Prabhu, I have a follow-up. I mean, may not be exactly relevant. I was thinking when we think about all the, material, how it's temporary and things, it brings automatically kind of a detachment in us because it's temporary. And that might bring indifference in our behavior, and that may get carried to the devotees as well. Why do I bother? It's anyway, like not my monkey, not my circus sort of a thing. So, and when we read Chaitanya Charitamrita, there's so much love between devotees. How to balance this, Prabhu? No attachment yet being so affectionate is something I often struggle with.
Yes, yes. I answered this last time. Let me repeat the same thing again. Last time I told that there are two things in life which we will need in our personal family lives, or in society, or in the devotee community. Two things are very much there, part of the entire system here, ecosystem here. One is affection, and another is attachment. Affection is necessary for me to survive here, but attachment is not required here. Okay, things get bad only when we get attached to someone or something. See, for example, if you have a child of your own and there is another child who doesn't belong to you, belongs to your neighbors. When my child sneezes and the mucus comes out, I immediately remove my own handkerchief. I clean it and I see and say, my child, okay, because I have accepted that my child means his nose will run sometimes. But when I see my neighbor's child, I immediately complain, oh, his nose is running and nobody's there and he should clean it. It's so dirty. But if we see in reality, what came out from my child and what came out from the other child is absolutely the same substance. The only thing is whether am I feeling the connection with the child? When I am feeling connection with the child mucus also becomes good because the child is mine. We never apply this in devotee community. Have you ever thought that this devotee belongs to my community? Does he belongs to Srila Prabhupada's community, which is my community again? So when I say he is mine, I accept him with his dark and with his good side also. So when I complain means what? That I'm still not very comfortable with his darker side. It will take me some time. Okay. So attachment and affection. Affection is required because it nourishes me. Attachment is not required because we all are in process of purification. Just like I am getting purified, everybody around me will take some time to get purified as well.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Please keep coming. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. And we have Shyamaguri Mataji. Shyamaguri Mataji, please
Yeah,
go.
Shama Gorimat, the follow-up man.
Krishna Prabhuji, please accept my
Dandavat
Krishna.
Pranam Mataji.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Wonderful class as always, Prabhuji. Very nice stories. Prabhuji, you were telling about the Chaitanya Charitamrita, and there was the story was going on of the Gopinath Patnaik. So, in what context you were saying that, Prabhuji?
I was saying that in context where Maharaj, His Holiness Devamrit Swami Maharaj, he said that he read Chaitanya Charitamrit so many times. But he said that in spite, even after reading so many times, I couldn't come to a very conclusion of this pastime. Every time I read, I see so many things opening up. So the depth of one pastime is taking him so much time. So like Manu, he performed tapasya for so long, then he came to that realization. When we read Chaitanya Charitamrit, we have to go deeper and deeper, and then we will find so many realizations coming up. After we have done our duties, after we have done our tapasya, and then we read Srimad Bhagavatam or Chaitanya Charitamrita, then those realizations will flow out. It takes time for the realizations to come.
Yeah. Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna. Lalita Mataji and Deenabandhu Prabhu has given a nice.
Yeah, I was
thanks.
waiting for them. Last time I couldn't see them. Maybe they were out somewhere. So I come here exclusively. One of the main things, purposes for coming here is seeing both of them, getting their blessings
Thank,
each time. Yes,
thank you
thank you.
so
Thank
much.
you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lalita Mataji, would you like to read your own like chat? You send a message for him.
Okay. Dear Sukumar Gaur Prabhu, please accept our most humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Each time you come, I'm amazed at how unique your presentations are. Each and every time you bless us with your association. All I know is we feel a great boon to hear from you. So much upliftment and great hope comes with your message that our advancement toward Krishna consciousness will come. Thank you, dear Prabhu. Your grateful servants, Lalita Devi Dasi and Guru Dina
Thank you.
Pandita.
Thank you so much, Mataji. This one message gives me hope for days to come so that I can be a sincere follower of Srila Prabhupada and his message. Please keep me in your prayers. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mataji and Prabhuji. And we have some more messages in the chat, Prabhuji, from Sindhura Mataji. She's saying, thank you for such an amazing and wonderful class. Your class is very motivating and helps focus on bhakti. Please give us your association in future. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. And then Vasundhara Mataji, I think, yeah. She's saying about the example which you had just quoted to relate bringing in oneness amongst the devotee community. So thank you so much, Prabhuji. And one more thing, I think you were saying about when the child cries. Yeah, we have one raise hands. Balram Prashad Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
Sometimes, this is my understanding on my own. Sometimes I get a question, is it Krishna strong or mind is strong? Mind, even though we practice devotional service for years, one thought in mind can drift away. You gave an example of how Maharaj Bharat, even one thought of deer, it makes you forget Krishna. That's actually, I felt it was a dangerous thing in our own lives. Even I have experienced many times, one thought in mind actually takes a long way and making me forgetting Krishna. In a moment it will happen.
Correct.
So I felt, in spite of knowing, the mind makes us go towards the mind. I don't know how to. This is my, you said Devamrita Maharaj read 90 times to understand the realization. Oh, okay, man. So here, hearing, listening, I'm not getting that. Mind is, if you give open, you are open to your mind, you're gone. Yeah, I've seen one after the other. I know this is wrong, but still I'll go towards the mind. Right? So I felt, is it mind strong or Krishna strong? So if you can give some highlight, thoughts about it, Prabhu, that will be great. Thank you.
It is not about mind or Krishna. It is about, is material rasa strong or is spiritual rasa strong?
Yeah, yes.
See,
It's
the
because
jiva is hankering for rasa. Okay.
Yeah.
And material mind means it will run behind material rasa. That is the law here. Now, the second thing is, the best part is mind can be spiritualized as well. And the deeper the practices, we can relish the spiritual rasa. And once we start relishing the spiritual rasa, mind automatically will loosen its hold on the material side. So yes, it is a struggle, because if you read Gita, second chapter, this point is already mentioned. Rasopisya rasavarjam param drishta nivartate. That shloka. This is Arjuna's question as well. That since I have been relishing this material rasa for a very, very long time, it becomes very difficult. Even if I taste spiritual rasa, the traces of material rasa are still there in the system, in the subtle body. So at times when I am not alert, so this previous rasa experiences, they take up the entire system, and again the sadhaka seems to be running behind the material rasa. So yes, rather than getting scared that the mind is that powerful, yes, mind is that powerful. If we read the third chapter of Bhagavad Gita, where the levels are given, uh, first is the gross senses, then the intelligence, then the gross senses, mind, intelligence, false ego, and then the soul. So what we are experiencing now is at the very bottom level. Now we have to understand that the bottom level is so great, it's so absorbing. What will happen if I reach the top level? Forget about the sensual pleasure, mental pleasure. There are artists who are day in, day out. They are not into sensual intelligence. Absolutely not. But mental pleasure is so high. They're into art, they're into painting, they're into poetry. They don't need anything. Superior than that is your intellect. What pleasure the scientist is getting? What is he searching? He's searching in what? Atoms and neutrons and particles. He is absorbed. Read the biography of Newton and Einstein. For days they wouldn't eat. How come? There is no male, there is no female, there is no ego, there is only absorption. Next level, ego. People are building so many great things, forgetting family, friends, and anything and everything. And what to speak of that spiritual pleasure? I mean, we are at the lowest rung right now. And the only thing is the mind is cheating. It is not allowing me to reach the upper level and to relish that continuously. And yes, it will come. For as of now, because I'm a sadhaka, I already have tasted something in this life and in the previous life, that system has a naturality to those things, those experiences. And for me to shift from those lower experiences to an higher experience will take some time. So let's not feel bad about that, because for Manu, it didn't take just few years and few months to come to this level of realization that he can see Krishna everywhere. No. First, he did his duties, then he did his tapasya for such a long time, and after that, 1,000 years of tapasya, he is speaking such great realization. So if Manu, who in Satyuga, in purer times, with purer facilities and with purer environment, is taking so long. For me in Kali Yuga, if I'm chanting daily 16 rounds and 4 regulative principles and associating with devotees, I think we are on par with Manu at this point of time.
So it's you said so don't have to worry, but it's quite natural in the material world to be in having these material thoughts. It's quite natural. That doesn't mean become natural, right?
Yes, we don't make it natural.
No, make
Again.
natural. That's what it is important. Wonderful, Prabhu. Thank you. Thank you for your insight. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. I really means like you were saying that it takes some time for us to, because we are in the sadhaka level, it will take some time for us to come to that higher level. So I was just thinking of that. What is the meaning of that sometime? Sometime, which means like maybe lifetimes, or how it is.
That I have to decide. That I have to decide how much time I want to take. And
In this lifetime, maybe so as you said that maybe I must have done in my past, so that's why I'm getting this one today. So in this lifetime, like whatever lifetime in the past we have done, or maybe this lifetime we are doing, so certainly it is a little difficult to get that to that higher taste, right? So within this lifetime, I don't know. So as you said, maybe within this lifetime or no also. So So it is because we did these things in our past lives that if we have a second lifetime, so it will be carried away to that lifetime. That's what you meant.
We will be carried.
Whatever devotion service we have done in this lifetime or the previous
Yeah.
So because of that vasanas only we are continuing in the next lifetime. That's what you said, right? So and this devotion service is meant only for Krishna or any pious activity also? How it is, Prabhu?
Pious activities are meant for whom?
Pious activities like following the rituals, like karma kandi activities, praying to the demigods. So maybe like see, if you see, many of them are devotees of Lord Shiva or some other like Lord Muruga, like that, you know. So like then in that cases, what is their destination, Prabhu? Like even they will also will be got into this position in one lifetime.
No. See, there are two things now. I'll just highlight two things. We are bhakti yogis. Okay, the difference between bhakti yogi and the other yoga process is very great. Other yoga process, you have to take care of yourself. If you fall down, you pick up yourself. But in bhakti yoga, that is not the case. When you fall down, your guru is there, guru's disciples are there, Krishna is planning for you. So bhakti yoga is easiest and the fastest and the safest because Krishna is involving his own energy and things for your protection. So that's the best part of it. Okay. So when I surrender to Guru with all my sincerity, and even after my sincerity, if I am falling down, Krishna is there as Paramatma. He understands whether I've done it purposefully or it has happened by force because of the previous experiences that I've gone through. So he is very careful. Okay. The point is when we fall or when we drift away from the process, do we feel bad that yes, I could have done better? Just like His Holiness Haigriva Maharaj, after Prabhupada left this world, he also left the mission for a long time. He went back to his old habits, and after a long time he came back. And when he came, he was already he countered cancer in last stage. But at that stage, he took sannyas, and whatever time was left, he started his rounds, he started writing, he started reading Prabhupada books. All facilities were given to him, and with great happiness and joy, he left this world. Before that, he said only one thing: if only I could have been more sincere, I could have served the mission in a better way and for a long time. So he had that guilt feeling that I could have served Prabhupada better. So that became his success parameter. He was already Srila Prabhupada's man, but he felt somewhere bad that I became disloyal to my Guru Maharaj. I could have served him better because my Guru Maharaj trusted me, and that became the winning parameter. That's all what Krishna wants from us. That's all what Krishna, because he understands this material energy is very tough for an ordinary jiva with such previous experiences of material happiness and joy, and for such a long time, he understands all this. For the other worshippers of demigods, they are in the there is standards, like we have standard 1 to standard 10, then 12th, and then graduation and post graduation and PhD. So there is this step by step process which is given in the Puranas. Just like any worshipper of spirituality, he starts with worshipping of the uh, just like in India we have Kuladevi, Grama Devi, the goddess of the village. He starts from there, then he'll be shifted to Surya Upasana, from Surya Upasana, Ganesh Upasana, then Ganesh ji will give him Durga Mantra, Durga ji will give him, after 100 lifetimes, he will give him Lord Shiva's Mantra. And after practicing Ahaituki Apratiyata Bhakti of Lord Shiva for 3 lifetimes, then if you still want to move ahead, then Lord Shiva gives you Rama Mantra or Krishna Mantra. Okay, so this is the hierarchy which he has to cross, and he has to come to the platform that we are practicing. He has to become a Vaishnava, and once he becomes a Vaishnava, he can get out of this material world. So for them,
Okay.
it's a long process.
Yeah. Okay. So it's
They
a
are
kind
not
of
wrong,
ladder
they are
process.
in different standards now.
Okay. Okay, Prabhu. And one more thing is like, but it is said that if we be sincere to, like I have heard in lectures, that if we be sincere even to the demigods also, they will direct us to Krishna. So is that true, Prabhu?
I didn't get the question.
If we be sincere to the demigods also, demigod worship also, those who do sincerely, they will also direct us to Krishna.
Yes, but
Is
it will take lifetimes
Oh, okay.
because there is hierarchy in that. Just like I told you, this hierarchy. There is hierarchy. They have to pass on. They can't directly promote you to a higher class. They don't have that authority.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhu.
Yes, Hare Krishna.
Let's see. We don't have any more hand raised, Prabhu, and no more chat questions also. With your permission, very nice, wonderful class and wonderful Q&A session, and very nice Katha, Prabhu. As always, we really appreciate. With your permission, we'll end the call here, Prabhuji. Vancha kalpatrupasya kripa sindhu
पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो जय
Srila
Srila
Prabhupada ki jai.
जय
जय
Sukumar
राधे
Gaur
राधे
ki
गौर
jai.
प्रभु जी
जय
की
Hare
जय
Krishna.
हरे
Thank you
कृष्णा
so much, dear devotees,
गौर
for joining the
राधे
call. Hare Krishna.
Radhe Radhe. Thank you everyone for
Radhe.
joining. We'll close the call for today.